there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Nothing changes when you enter a relationship other than, all right, now I have to retrain myself. So nothing goes away. Everything just switches into, all right, now things have to change. And then begins the process of, all right, now I have to train myself to think of them. Now I have to train myself to not think of others. And now I have to train myself to not look around. And two, it's super hard too when it's like you've been like that. Like if you've been like that for like years, like majority of your life, and then you're like, all right, now I have to train myself this within a month or so. Like you're retraining who you are, not in a bad way. It's not a bad version of you. It's just this version can't exist in this world. You know what I mean? But thoughts are so freaking powerful, and it literally all starts there. And so I've learned from, like, that video taught me a lot of, don't even try to understand. There's some things that, like, focus on focus on the reason, like focus on the truths of God. Don't even try to understand where the devil is coming from, where the evil is coming from. Because if we get to the point where we actually do, the scary part is actually understanding why. That I would never want to get to that place.
No, because the truth is like you can justify anything if you really seek.
Yeah, there's a justification for everything.
That's what's so scary. Like you could literally you can
justify.
justify.
The scary part is accidentally finding a justification for those bad things. Oh, that's dang. That is scary. You might just find what you're looking for.
In y'all's life that has stayed with y'all forever?
For me, so our first song that Jaywalkers ever came out with was actually Silence. And that song birthed from an accident that happened in 2020 to my grandfather. And so basically, to tell you guys the fast version of it, in 2022, my grandpa had an accident and fell in our house, hit his head, and he was on blood thinners. So we thought he was going to pass away. We thought we just watched our grandfather pass in front of us. And so he got rushed to the hospital and he had to go into an emergency surgery. His back was broken, his neck was broken, everything. We didn't know if he was going to make it through. The next night, we were on FaceTime with my grandma, and my grandpa just had gotten out of surgery. And my dad, he's so funny, guys. He starts saying from the FaceTime, "Dad, did you see the pearly gates? Did you see the pearly gates? I gotta know. Did you see the pearly gates? I gotta know." And my grandpa starts, like, his heartbeat starts going into almost cardiac arrest. And he was like, "Yes, the glory, the glory, the glory." And so the nurse comes in and she's like, "Okay, you guys gotta stop talking about this because he's gonna have a heart attack and actually pass." And so we let some time go by and we brought it up to my grandpa again. And we're like, "So did you see, like, heaven like you said you did?" And he said, "Yes, the glory is too much for our physical bodies to handle." So that's why his heart was going so fast. But he starts describing what he saw. And he said he saw these streets that were such pure gold that it almost looked like glass, like translucent because of how pure it was. And then he saw Jesus and starts describing Jesus and like what his feet looked like, what his eyes looked like. And I thought that was so cool in itself. But that night, Noah's girlfriend texted my dad and said, "Have you ever read this in Revelation?" And word for word, what my grandpa described, it said it in Revelation, word for word. And so I thought, that was enough to grow my faith and it would stick with me forever. But then just to add on to that, the doctor said he would never walk again, that he was paralyzed from the neck down. His life would never be the same. And I think it was, how much time was he in the hospital? 8 weeks. After 8 weeks of being in the hospital, we didn't take what they said for final word. We let God have the final say. And he walked out of the hospital on his own. And so that's such a testament of who God is and the reality of heaven. And I feel like that's something that's going to stick with me forever. That's good.